Hey there, welcome. Are you ready to dive into one of the biggest secrets in all of science? Today we're going to explore Unit 3, Lesson 1, Cells and Life. We'll find out the one amazing thing that you, a huge lion, and even the tiniest little bug all share.
So, let's kick things off with a little question. What do you think you have in common with a big, strong lion? Or a super tiny bug? Probably not much, right? Well, you'd be surprised. You all share a really cool secret. You're all built from the exact same microscopic building blocks.
Okay, so to actually see these building blocks, we're going to have to zoom in. I mean, way in. Think of it like using a super-powered magnifying glass on ourselves. We're going to start with the big picture and zoom all the way down to the tiniest part. So check this out. This picture shows us that living things are kind of like Legos. They're organized in different levels. You start with something big and complex, and you can break it down into smaller and smaller and smaller pieces. Let's follow this map and see how it all clicks together. First up, we're starting at the very top. The whole living thing. That could be a person, an animal, or a plant. It's the complete package with all its parts working together perfectly. All right, let's zoom in one level. What are we made of? We're made of systems. And a system is just a group of organs that all have the same job. Like your digestive system. Its job is to turn your lunch into energy. So, what are those systems made of? You guessed it, organs. An organ is a part of your body with a very special job, like your heart, which pumps blood, or your stomach. Okay, let's keep zooming. If we look inside an organ, what do we find? We find tissues. A tissue, that's nasij in Arabic, is basically a whole team of the same type of cells, all working together, like your muscle tissue, which helps you run and jump. And here we go for our final zoom. When we look inside a single tissue, we finally find it, the most basic, the most important, the smallest possible building block of all life. We've made it to the cell. So what exactly is a cell? Well, a cell, or Khaliya, is the smallest tiny thing that is actually alive. Everything that lives is made of them. You can think of them like tiny little bricks, and when you put them all together, you build something amazing, like a person or a plant. Okay, so now we know about cells, but that makes you wonder, right? Do all living things need millions and millions of cells like we do? Or could something be alive with just one single cell? Let's find out. It turns out living things are split into two big teams. First, you have unicellular organisms. That's wahidul khaliya in Arabic. Uni means one, so they're made of just one single cell. Then you have multicellular organisms, or muta'addidul khalaya. Multi means many, so they're made of lots and lots of cells. And as you can see, the one-celled guys are super tiny, but the many-celled ones, like us, are much bigger. Let's look at some real examples. Over here on the left, you've got bacteria. That whole thing, it's just one cell. That's a unicellular organism. Now look at the right. That mushroom? It's a multicellular organism, built from millions and millions of cells all working together. Pretty cool, right? Okay, so we know everything's made of cells. But are all cells the same? Nope. They actually come in two big families. Think of them as two different teams. Let's get to know them. So the two families are called prokaryotes, that's bida'iyat an-nuwa, and eukaryotes, or haqiqiyat an-nuwa. Now they have a few differences, but here's the number one most important thing to remember. It's all about something called the nucleus, or an-nuwa. Okay, let's break it down. Prokaryotic cells are pretty simple. All their important stuff, their genetic material, just kind of floats around inside. But eukaryotic cells are more complex. They're more organized. They have a special protected room for their genetic material. And that room is the nucleus, the nawat. It's like the main office or the brain of the cell. You can totally see the difference in these pictures, right? Look at the prokaryotic cell on the left. It's pretty simple inside. Now look at the eukaryotic cell on the right. Whoa! It's full of different parts and pieces, and you can't miss that big circle in the middle. That's the nucleus we were talking about. Okay, you have been doing an awesome job. You've learned a ton. So how about we try a few practice questions to see what you remember? Don't worry, it'll be fun. You can totally do this. All right, question number 1. Think about a giant elephant. What is the absolute smallest single building block in its whole body? Is it A, B, C, or D? Think back to when we were zooming in. Did you get it? The answer is B, the nerve cell. Awesome job. Because remember, it doesn't matter if it's an elephant or a tiny bug. The cell is always the smallest unit of life. Tissues and organs are just big groups of cells.
Ready for the next one? This is a fill in the blank. When you have a group of cells that all work together, what do you call it? What was that level just above cell in our zoom in?
The answer is tissue, or nesij. You got it, yep. Cells team up to make tissues, and then tissues team up to make organs. It's all about that teamwork.
You did amazing with those questions. Seriously, great work. So before we wrap up, let's just do a super quick summary of the most important things we learned today.
Okay, so what do you absolutely need to remember? Number 1, every living thing is made of cells, or خلية. Number 2, things can be unicellular, just one cell, or multicellular, lots of cells. Number 3, there are 2 big cell families, prokaryotes and eukaryotes. And finally, number 4, the biggest difference is that eukaryotes have that special brain called a nucleus, or a nucleus. Got it?
And that's a wrap on cells in life. You did an amazing job today. You really get the basics now, which is so important. So keep being curious, keep learning, because it really is an adventure. Great work, and I'll see you for the next one.